Welcome back to another episode of my movie review series, episode 443. Now, last week I said that October was gonna come back with Stephen King. Another Stephen King story. And yeah, we was going to check out the Overlook Hotel. Well, here we are, man. The Shining, 1980. Yeah, man. October, week 2, and we're talking about The Shining. Let's go. Yeah, this movie, man. Jack Nicholson, the late Shelley Duvall, the late Scatman Crothers, Danny Lloyd. You know, Stanley Kubrick film. You know, based off of a novel by Stephen King. Yeah, man. This movie, yeah, it hits you with a lot of good, a lot of good moments. You know, you know, and yeah, if you know Stephen King, then you know most of his stories come out of an actual experience. And yeah, when he stayed at the Stanley Hotel, the Stanley Hotel, one of the most haunted hotels in all the nation, when he's in all the planet really, when he stayed at the Stanley Hotel, yeah, he had a few experiences, a few strange experiences. So yeah, it gave him inspiration to write this story and, write the story of The Shining. And then, yeah, the story was a huge success. And then, it became a movie, this movie. But this movie, it was a little bit different from the book. Stanley Kubrick, he put a little, he put a lot of his influences in this. And yeah, it became a lot more different from the book. Some of it, most of it. But yeah, in a way, Stephen King did not like it though. He did not like this movie. So yeah, he did not like this movie. As a matter of fact, he preferred the TV miniseries of The Shining, much more accurate to his book than this movie ever was. So yeah, to each his own, I guess. So yeah, man, this movie though, yeah, it is a creepy ass movie. I mean, yeah, you see Jack Torrance's character. You see Jack Nicholson's character, Jack Torrance. Jack Nicholson plays Jack Torrance, and Danny Lloyd plays Danny Torrance. Man, too bad. Too bad. Shelley Duvall didn't have a character named Shelley. But yeah. But yeah, Jack Nicholson's character, Jack Torrance. We saw him descend throughout the movie, not rapidly, but slowly descend throughout the movie into complete madness. Okay, complete insanity. I mean, the scene alone when Wendy was at the typewriter and she saw these pages. Jack was writing a book. He's an aspiring novelist, and he was writing a book. But all Wendy saw was all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, and she saw pages of this in outline form. But yeah, pages and pages of this. All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Lines and lines, pages and pages, in outline form. I mean, throughout the process of this movie, yeah, what was the process of him, just going crazier and crazier. He was just going more insane. I mean, he had to you had to question this stuff, man. Yeah, very creepy, very creepy of how it just played out throughout the whole thing. And then, yeah, once, around the third act, when you see him, just go absolutely bonkers, wide-eyed and everything, yeah, yeah, you seeing him go mad. You seeing him go completely insane, and you see Wendy just getting more and more stressed out here. I mean, man, yeah, the way she had to, the way she was trying to protect herself with the baseball bat, the way she was trying to protect herself with the knife, the famous scene where Jack was chopping down the door, and yeah, we got the here's Johnny, the we got that famous moment. But yeah, yeah, it all just, you just have to ask, how long have this been going on? Well, if you've been watching the movie, it would take you in, you know, from the job interview to closing time of the hotel, of the Overlook Hotel, closing time of the Overlook Hotel, and then the next month, and then it'll take you through the a week, Tuesday, Saturday. But yeah, yeah, at 4:00 p.m. That's where 4:00 p.m. that Saturday. That's where it all went down. That's where it all went down. And yeah, it was just complete and utter madness all throughout, Jack. I mean, yeah, I say Jack, and now it fits. But yeah, complete and utter madness all throughout, kid. But yeah, I tell you, man, I tell you, with everything that went on in that movie, it was definitely, like it's definitely a great experience all throughout. No, this is a hell of a ghost story. This is a hell of a ghost story. I mean, the entire hotel, the twins, come and play with us, Danny, forever and ever. The twins, and then we got the woman in room 237. Got the woman, yeah, the beautiful naked woman coming out the bathtub. Jack, he approaches her, he kisses her, and then he sees both of them in the mirror, and you see the woman looking grotesque from behind. So yeah, he looks at her, and she is just old and completely fucked up. The body was dead. And letting out this maniacal laugh. I mean, yeah, that was a nightmare right there. I mean, you was kissing that. Jesus, that was a nightmare. I mean, ugh, ugh. I do not even want to think about it no more. But yeah, not only that, and then you got the bartender Lloyd, and then you got the bathroom attendant, telling Jack that his son Danny has a very unique talent, and he's trying to bring an outsider into this fold that they got going on here. And yeah, the outsider is Dick Halloran, the head cook of the hotel. Because he oh yeah, the term The Shining. Um, yeah, he and Danny, they share this particular clairvoyant gift. Yeah, they can speak to each other through telepathy. You know, yeah, he thought that he was the only one, him and his grandmother. But then he sensed that Danny has it, and yeah, Danny, he uses his well, he didn't use his clairvoyance, not much. He's a little boy, but the fact that the hotel was fucking with him too. I mean, he believed that he got this little friend, that speaks to him through his finger. His friend named Tony. Speaks to him through his finger. And yeah, I guess Tony was taking over Danny, because the boy was just repeating the word rat ram, rat ram, rat ram, rat ram. He just kept repeating it, using this darkly voice of his. He just kept repeating the word rat ram, which is murder backwards. So we found out. But yeah, we saw that the hotel was fucking with him too. But yeah, the simple fact at the end, when Jack was chasing Danny through the maze, it's snowing outside. He's chasing him through the maze, and yeah, he's seeing his little footprints everywhere. But yeah, Danny, he did a very smart thing. He covered up his tracks, hid in one of the opening holes inside of the maze, because he and his mother went through the maze earlier. Earlier in the movie, he and his mother was exploring that big ass maze. So yeah, he was covering his tracks with the snow, and then he hid in the one of the open hiding places. And yeah, Jack, he was looking around. He's looking around for Danny. He couldn't find him no more because the tracks were covered, and he couldn't find him no more. So he was out there for the rest of the night. And next thing you know, yeah, he froze to death. The sweat that was streaming down his face, stuck to his face. Yeah, he just sitting there, completely frozen solid. Yeah, he died that way. But yeah, another thing that this movie is known for is the ambiguous ending of Jack in a picture dated back in 1921, a 4th of July ball in 1921. And yeah, early in the movie, Jack said, from the job interview, that he had, he felt like that he'd been there before. It felt like that he knew every single corner to turn, So yeah, for the simple fact that we see Jack in this 4th of July ball picture from 1921 at the Overlook Hotel. Yeah, pretty much he has been there before, Yeah, one of those mystery endings that, people still trying to figure out today. But yeah, this movie, it had some great moments. And yeah, 100%. Even though Stephen King did not like it, it's a 100%. Good solid. 5 out of 5. I mean, hey, it's a hell of a movie, man. It's a hell of a movie to watch, 5 out of 5, The Shining, 1980. That's my review, Jack, and I'm sticking to it. October, man. Yeah, we're going to be sitting here in the darkness, man. We're going to be sitting here. We'll be sitting here in the darkness, sitting here, spending time in the shadows. That's how it is, man. That's how it is for this month. Sorry if you don't like it. But yeah, next week, though. Next week is Vampire Week. And we're still going to be here in the shadows. Yeah. Yeah, the new Scream Queen, Melissa Barrera, she's going to be dealing with a little ballerina girl. A little ballerina who just turned out to be a goddamn bloodsucker, but you keep it locked right here for that, because that's happening next week. Check out my mothership right here. Subscribe to me right here. But in the meantime, in between time, Jack, this show is off.